My Hebrew brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Welcome back. This is your Moray, Dr. Yeshu. And we just want to say how much we thank you. Thank you so much, my brothers and sisters. The last session, we stopped at verse 14, Psalm 33, 14. And we just want to take this moment to say to you, my brothers and sisters, we thank you. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes and your comments. And thank you for your prayers. And also thank you for your gifts of support. I want to say to you, my brothers and sisters, those of you who have sacrificed and, give to support this, we thank you. And I was sharing with a brother yesterday. He said he would love to support, but because of joblessness, he's not able to. I said, don't worry about it. YAHUAH opens the door for me and my wife, my family. So we're not in desperate need as we used to be. At least, we're able to cut down on our expense and we don't, YAHUAH help us to be able to cut down on our expense. So we learn how to make a little work, okay? Praise be to his holy name. And we just want to thank you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So in verse 14, where we left off, it said, from heaven, from the place of his habitation, he looketh down upon all the inhabitants of the earth. And that's where we said that YAHUAH, nothing is hidden from him. Nothing is hidden from him, my brothers and sisters. Okay, so let's look in verse 15. Look in verse 15. Look in verse 15, because verse 15 is awesome. It's an awesome verse. He said, he fashioneth their hearts alike. He considereth all their works. All right. He continues to fashion their hearts alike. Okay, so the sons of men, in verse 14, he said, he behold the inhabitants of the earth. Right? So those people in the earth that he sees, he behold them, he see them. Now, look what he said. He's in charge. YAHUAH is in charge. He says he fashioned. The word fashioneth here, my brothers and sisters, is in the present participle. Present participle. So what he's saying here is continue. He's doing it now. He fashions it. Tomorrow he's going to fashion it again. The next day, if he tarries, they're going to, so it's a continuous thing that he's doing. Right? A present participle. So he continues to fashion their hearts alike. Fashion their hearts alike. Okay, there are some of us, we have a tendency to want to go our way. What causes us to do that? You see, because the sinful nature is prone to divert, want to do his own thing. Okay? YAHUAH wants us to do certain things, then we want to come out of YAHUAH's will and go do certain other thing. He fashioned his own heart. The word fashion here is the word yatsar. Yatsar. And it is Yod, Sade, and Resh. And so what it's talking about here, it means to form. To form, he form, Yatsar. He form the heart. He fashion the heart. Okay? He form it, he fashion it. It's like an earthen vessel. Just think of a man who works in pottery. And today is a little different from ancient time, because ancient time is just a hand. And they may have a little piece of tool that they use, to put in the grooves and all that kind of stuff. But basically it was a handwork. And it take the clay and it does mold it and it does all kind of stuff with it. And, and then you have the vessel. You have the form that you put it over the form and make it the kind of vessel that you want it to be. Like an earthen vessel. Right? So he fashioned it. He formed it. In other words, he framed it. He's the maker, he's the potter. And he has a purpose, my brothers and my sisters. He has a purpose, for what he's doing. The word here is like squeezing into shape. It comes from another Hebrew word. So yatsar is like squeezing stuff into shape. Yeah, is to mold or to mold into a form. And it's like the potter. He determined, my brothers and my sisters. He determined. It's a form, form a resolution, an earthen fashion vessel that they want to make. And he is a maker. And so this is what he does for us. Our hearts, our lives. He fashions us into the kind of vessel that he wants us to be. And so it's a fashion our hearts. And how he does it alike. Lab, the inner man, the mind, the will, his heart, the heart, the lab, the lamed and bait is the two consonants that make up this word lab, the inner man, the mind, my brothers and my sisters, the will, the intellect, the heart, and my brothers and my sisters. Sometimes we refer to the person with a courageous heart, friendly heart, a broken heart, hard heart. Yahuwah didn't make us with any hard heart. We developed that on our own, right? Because he make us, the heart is, used in a very widely figurative way, for the feelings or the will or even the intellect or likewise the center of anything. So the heart is used for the term, And so as we comfortably, we consent, we consider courageous. Could be friendly, could be broken, could be hard, could be merry, stiff, stout, double heart, Some people have double heart. You talk to them about something and they say yes, and then they turn around and something else. Understanding heart, willing heart, a heart full of wisdom. So Yahuwah, he fashioned the heart alike. He fashioned the heart alike. And not only that, he fashioned them alike, my brothers and sisters, but I want you to notice here that he considereth all their works. The word bain, to discern, bain, bait, yod, and nun. The three letters that make up that alphabet. I mean, that make up that word. Being. So, being. And what the word is saying here is that when you say consider, is saying that he discerned. He discerned. A lot of people have the gift of discernment. You know, as a person start talking, they know, exactly what they're made out of. Well, my daughter used to, when she was 7 years old, a brother was talking to me, and my daughter was over there. I didn't know she was even listening. And when he left, she came to me and she said, "Daddy, don't do what he's asking you to." He said, "Why not?" I said, "Because he's not truthful." He said, "He's not truthful. He is not honest." A lot of people, my mom, that was like that. She knows when we're doing something wrong, and when, she the early stage, she taught us not to steal. Usually, the candies, the milk or the sugar, sweet and condensed milk, we would treasure it out and bread and eat it. I know I'm prone to do those stuff. And she'll know exactly which of us did it. All you have to do is call us, come together and stand in front of her. Don't lie, because I know exactly who did. And she'll tell us who did it. And some years back, when I was a kid, basically, I was in the kitchen. My mom came in. At the time, the kitchen was not attached to the house. So, yeah, it was set by, it was apart. It was close to the house, but it was not attached. And so she was cooking. I can't remember if it was curry chicken or curry goat meat or whatever she was cooking. So I went in there, and man, I lifted the pot up and took piece of the meat out of it. And then she was coming, and I could hear her footstep. And so I couldn't put it in my mouth because it was hot. So what I did, I put it in my pocket quickly. And she came in. By the time she came in, it was in my pocket. She stopped me. I was getting ready to go. And she stopped me. And so I am trying to stand up in a way to try to get my pocket to ease off my leg because it was burning so bad. And she kept talking to me. And then she said, "Then why are you standing so?" When she couldn't take it any longer, she knew I was being better. By the time she let me go, the meat was halfway cool. I ate it, but my foot was sore because it's just burnt. My brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. A couple of years after that, we was talking, we was just joking around and stuff that happened, as kids. And so I said to Mom, I said, "Mom, you remember the time when you came in the kitchen and asked me what I was doing, and I give you like an excuse on you?" She said, "Because I know that you are stolen a piece of the meat." And I said, "Oh, why never?" She said, "You put it in your pocket, and it was burning your leg, and you were standing away, And so I said, "Then why no, because I want you to learn a lesson. That if it burns like that, you will think twice about the next time you try to do something like that." But my brothers and my sisters, YAHUAH, he discerned, he can see. He discerned. Ben is discerned. He he attends to, he consider, my brothers and sisters, like me in calling is diligently. Yahuwah is discreet. He discerns, is eloquent enough to do that, my brothers and sisters. Eh? He's eloquent enough to do that. Come from a primitive root, separate mentally. To distinguish. Yahuwah can distinguish, between things and people. Generally, he understands, my brothers, my sisters. He understands. He can discern. He's eloquent. He feel. He inform. He instruct. And so the word here is to have intelligence, to know, and he look well too. Can't hide from him. Cannot hide, my brothers, my sisters. We feel, we inform, he instruct, and that's why, because he knows, he can instruct us. And he made us with intelligence because he is intelligent. This is why I say make us in his likeness and in his image. And so we'll be able to know, to look well to mark, and we because he perceive and is prudent, my brothers, my sisters. He does that. He teach us his knowledge because he is knowledgeable. He teaches us to think because it's a thinking God, thinking Yahuwah. He wants to have understanding because he's an understanding Yahuwah. He views things. He's wise. And he wants us also to be wise. Praise his holy name. There is no king. Listen to what he said in verse 16. No king saved by the multitude of an host. He said, a mighty man is not delivered by much strength. So, no Malek, or Melech, rather. No Melech. No Melech. No king. Mem, Lamed, and Ket. Or Kaf. No Melech is saved by a multitude of an host. No royal, a king, consulting thee to make a set to, set up as king, be made queen, or begin to make a reigning, to ascend to the throne, to induct into royalty. He not saved by a multitude of hosts. He's not saved by a multitude of hosts. He's a reigning monarch. But it doesn't matter how many people, how many soldiers they have around, they can be defeated. They can be defeated. Not saved. Yasher are to deliver, not being delivered by a multitude of hosts. Yasher. Yod, Shin, and Ayin. Yasher. Not saved, not delivered. Not delivered by a multitude of hosts. There are people to defend you. You know, we have deliverer, we have help, you know, we have people to rescue. And praise Yahuwah that he's the one that does the saving and the rescuing. You know. Not saved. The word saved there, to be safe or free, being defended, a deliverer, to help preserve or rescue. To, you know, and the same word that brings the word salvation, deliverance here. You know, and in a safe, you know, through who we get the victory, right? We get the victory through Yahuwah and his son Yahushua. And the word, you know, the multitude of hosts here, hosts is the word Kayel, you know, Kayel. And what is saying here is that talk about the strength or the, you know, efficiency or wealth or, you know, an army, the host, you know. So it don't matter, you know, what your strength is, your natural strength, you know, people that have around you to help deliver. He said they're not delivered by that. Able, you know, in other words, you have able men, you have a band of men, soldiers, company, great force, you know, good hosts of people, you know, a force, whether of men or means, you know, other resources, army, wealth, virtue, value, strength, able activity, band of men, my brothers and my sisters, great forces, strong substance, trained men, valiant, valor, men of valor, virtuous, men of war, you know. And he said, you're not saved by that. You are not saved. There's no king, he said, saved by the multitude of hosts. He said, a mighty man is not delivered by much strength. I want to look at the word delivered here, because the word delivered and salvation was, he said, not sal. It means to strip or to plunder or, you know, deliver oneself or be delivered. You know, it is Nun and Sade and Lamed that make up the word. And what it's saying here, my brothers and sisters, is that to strip, to plunder, to deliver oneself, to be delivered, to snatch away, you know, and so on, to deliver. And at all to defend, to deliver oneself, to escape without fail, or partly to pluck. It comes from another word, means to snatch away, whether in a good or bad sense. You know, something to defend or to deliver, to escape without fail. You know, so preserve or to recover, to rescue, to rid oneself of spoil, and, you know, to strip, surely to take out. He said, based on what he said in his word here, praise his holy name. You know, he said, it's not delivered by much strength. No matter how strong, it takes Yahuwah to help in your deliverance. Praise be to his holy name. My brothers, my sisters, my time is gone. And we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone and walk with the King. Shalom.